Albert Camus opens the myth of Sisyphus with one of the most devastating sentences in philosophy. There is only one really serious philosophical problem, and that is suicide. Not the existence of God, not the nature of reality, not free will. The only question that matters is whether life is worth living. Because if the answer is no, everything else is irrelevant. If life is meaningless, and Camus believed it was, then why keep going? Why not just end it? This is the question that gives the book its urgency. Camus is not writing from an ivory tower. He is writing from the edge of the abyss, staring into it, and trying to find a reason not to jump. And the answer he finds is not comforting. It is not religious. It is not hopeful in any conventional sense. But it might be true. And that is what makes it worth understanding. The absurd, for Camus, is born from a collision. On one side, the human need for meaning, purpose, and coherence. We want our lives to matter. We want the universe to make sense. We want our suffering to have some justification. On the other side, a universe that offers none of these things. The universe is silent. It does not care about you. It does not even know you exist. And the gap between these two things, between what we want and what we get, is the absurd. Camus gives us Sisyphus as the model for how to live with the absurd. Sisyphus, in Greek mythology, was condemned by the gods to roll a boulder up a hill forever. Every time he reaches the top, the boulder rolls back down. He walks back down the hill. He starts again. Forever. This is the worst punishment the gods could devise. Eternal, meaningless labor. The absence of progress. The absence of achievement. The absence of hope. But Camus does something extraordinary with this myth. He does not see Sisyphus as a tragic figure. He sees him as a hero. Why? Because Sisyphus knows his fate. He knows the boulder will roll back down. He knows he will never reach the top permanently. And yet he does it anyway. He does not hope for a different outcome. He does not pray for the gods to change their minds. He accepts his condition fully and completely. And in that acceptance, Camus argues, he becomes free. One must imagine Sisyphus happy. This is the most famous line Camus ever wrote. And it is not a platitude. It is a philosophical conclusion reached through rigorous argument. If life is meaningless, and it is, then the only honest response is to accept that meaninglessness, to live fully within it, and to find happiness in the living itself, not in the outcome, not in the hope of something better, in the act, in the struggle, in the moment between the bottom of the hill and the top. This is where Camus separates himself from both nihilism and existentialism. The nihilist says nothing matters, so nothing is worth doing. The existentialist says nothing has inherent meaning, so you must create your own. Camus says something different. He says the lack of meaning is not a problem to be solved. It is a condition to be lived. You do not need to create meaning. You do not need to find meaning. You just need to live. Fully. Completely. Without appeal to anything beyond the life you are actually living. This sounds simple. It is not. Most people cannot do it. Most people spend their entire lives chasing things they think will make them happy. Wealth, status, relationships, achievements. And when they get those things, they find they are still empty. Because the emptiness is not something that can be filled from the outside. It is the natural condition of being a conscious creature in a meaningless universe. The only way to deal with it is to accept it. To stop running. To stop hoping for a different universe. And to start living in this one. Camus calls this revolt. Not revolt against society. Not revolt against God. Revolt against the absurd itself. The refusal to let meaninglessness defeat you. The decision to live anyway. To love anyway. To create anyway. Not because it matters, but because it is the only honest response to being alive. What does this mean for you right now? It means that the question driving your anxiety, what is the point of all this, is the wrong question. The point is not something you find. The point is something you make by living. The meaning of your life is not waiting to be discovered. It is being created, moment by moment, in the choices you make and the way you face your circumstances. Camus would tell you, stop looking for a reason to live and just live. Stop waiting for the universe to tell you that you matter. It will not. It cannot. The silence is permanent. But that silence is also freedom. Because if nothing you do matters in the cosmic sense, then you are free to do whatever you want. You are free to define your own values. You are free to create your own meaning. And most importantly, you are free to be happy, not because you earned it, not because you deserve it, but because you chose it. Sisyphus is happy because he has accepted his fate. The boulder will always roll back down. The hill will always need to be climbed again. The struggle will never end. And yet he pushes, not because he believes it will lead somewhere, because the pushing itself is his life. And if he can find joy in that, if he can love the struggle for its own sake, then the gods have failed. They meant to punish him. Instead, they gave him a purpose. They just did not realize it. And neither do most of the people reading this.